Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Underhood Show, and got some special guests on with us today. But it's race open house day, 9 to 4. You don't want to miss it. You want to be out here. There's all kinds of exciting things going on. And Ballman, are you ready?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be, let me tell you.
Anyway,
it's been a wild couple of days.
We got Tanner Mullins with Mullins Gen 3 race chassis with us this morning. Tanner, did you all right getting up so early and everything for us?
That's a little early for me, but we made it.
He's a new dad. I don't buy that for a second. You're probably up early all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, Trenton Berry from Racing Dirt. Trenton, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here and everything else too. It's going to be fun and exciting here today. So,
Man, I'm thrilled to be here. It should be illegal to have partners and friends this good. You know what I mean? So it's great to be back over here and just watch all the racing and the racing talk and everything go on today.
All right, so Ballman, let's kick it off. Kind of tell everybody what's happening, who's here, what's going on, and then we'll get some questions going here too.
All right, we got a lot of great deals here today. Everything we have in our racing department is on sale. Everything from tires, sheet metal, you name it, we've got it. Probably some of the deepest deals we've ever done. Like I said yesterday, I was going around pricing some of this stuff, and I was having to double check myself and be like, "Can we really afford to sell it for that?" But I didn't change it, so some of it we're getting down there pretty low. But come check us out; you can't miss it. We've got a lot of product vendors out here. We've got Renegade Fuel, Big Corner Creative, our new Mel Hambelton Auto Spa is out here doing some product demonstrations with some of the stuff they can do with paint correction and ceramic coating and stuff like that. We've got Aeromotive, Redline Oil, Maturo Tires. We've got Fox Rod Racing. They're a drag racing fabricator here in town that uses a lot of our products. They've got a pretty awesome display out here. Got a lot of cool show cars to look at, too. We've got an NHRA A-Fuel dragster out here. Aaron Cooper's dragster's out here in the showroom. We've got a Formula SAE car from Wichita State University. Bar to Bar brought a big collection of motocross bikes. We've got some other local race cars to check out. And then we've also got a nostalgic Top Fuel Nitro dragster here on display. And about 1:30 this afternoon, we're going to push that baby out the door, and we're going to smell some nitromethane. So you're not going to want to miss it.
I saw a Fox Body Mustang back over here around the corner, had a turbo bigger than my head.
Yeah. How about that?
Wow.
That thing is pretty big, isn't it?
Holy smokes. There's some stuff in here, which is it's crazy that, by day we sell cars around here, and this is just 100% racing in here for this event today, which is it's incredible.
Yeah, it's going to be fun and everything else too. Jordan Whitehead will start serving food about 10:45, so you don't want to miss out on the free lunch. When you come in the door, make sure you get registered up for all the prizes we're going to give away. Lisa's got all kinds of great prizes given away for that part and to win. Of course, some of our vendors have also brought prizes to give away too, so you don't want to miss out on that part either. And then also 1:30 is when we're going to fire the nitro car, but there's going to be some burnouts done today too.
There's going to be some definite burnouts done today too. They tell me, Wichita State tells me that this Formula SAE car they brought is in full running and operating condition. So I think we're going to
spin that around the track too.
We're going to make some hot laps around the lot with it.
Okay, and then the RC cars.
RC cars, yeah. So we're going to have some
RC car jump.
Some Traxxas demonstration. We bought a jump to jump them off of out there in the grass.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're going to see how much stuff we can break.
Well, we tested the ramp a couple Sundays ago, and we had a Traxxas fly 132 feet. We're going to see if we can break that record today.
Oh my goodness!
Nothing left.
Yeah,
wow.
Exactly.
Tanner's been in a few heat races in his career where they've run 132. That's never good though when those races happen.
Yeah. So all the kinds of exciting stuff. Don't want to miss it. Hey, it is a call-in show. Yes, we are giving away the great package valued over $30 for each and every caller. When I asked Trenton something about going on in Racing Dirt, you want to talk to Tanner about what's going on in his next season of USMTS racing and stuff. And Tanner, you've been busy in the shop building race cars and hot rods and everything for everybody. But tell everybody what's anything new for your plan for this year other than USMTS and stuff.
No, it's about the same. I just still plan on doing USMTS and hit or miss some shows here or there. What makes sense. So not too much different. Just hopefully have a pretty good year like we did last year, but one spot better maybe.
Just one spot better is what we need, right?
One spot better.
Yeah.
But I mean, that being said, I mean, it's really amazing to see over the past 4 or 5 years what you've really built that car business into. And, you've got some real household names out there running these Mullins chassis now. And that itself is probably going to make it tougher for you because, not only do you have the best car, but you build the best car. So,
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it sped some of them up, and I got to race against them, and it makes it tough, but it's just as rewarding to watch them, do well because that's what we're shooting for, So
it's definitely the double-edged sword when you're in the racing business, but it's you get more victories, whether it's yourself or whether it's your customer. So
yeah, better chance of one of us
absolutely.
winning if there's 10 of us.
Absolutely,
Man, he's pretty humble, and Tanner and I've done a million races over the years, and it's really cool to see what a homegrown kid from this operation has built, right? And built their own cars because they needed to, built their own engines for a period of time because they needed to, still do that some as well. And then to see that you get those guys calling him and they won his race cars, and his performance has dictated so much of that over the years. And he just he doesn't win every race, not everybody does, nobody wins those, right? But Tanner he'll just kill you with podium finishes over the course of the season.
Well, we're talking about the USMTS style. I'm going to switch over to my car from the IMCA stats from that part. At Hayes, Mullins chassis took 1, 2, and 3 in points. At Salina, of course, we won Salina and that sort of thing. So, and we had quite a few wins in our car. So it's not, he just doesn't build a USRA car or a USMTS car. He can build you an IMCA car too, which is, Jake and I are having a lot of fun with that. And I can promise you we couldn't be doing what we're doing without Tanner and Buddy's help. That's for sure. So,
and that's very difficult to do as a car builder, to be able to build successful cars, that can go both directions because, I mean, they're modifieds, but they're polar opposites really, and,
someone's
you
making
have
fun of my spoiler last night too, Tanner.
You have your car builders that are IMCA and your guys that are USRA and USMTS or that are UMP, and there's not a lot of car builders that cross over into different types of modified racing and be successful.
Exactly. Yes. So anyway, Tanner, there's a guy making fun of my spoiler last night.
Oh,
we're gonna have to beat him up later when he shows up.
They got called a wicker.
I might get in trouble for that.
They got called a wicker bill.
A wicker bill
yesterday. Yeah,
yes, it did.
That's about what it is, though.
Oh, dude,
it's always just big.
Yeah, I think I saw one of those on a sprint car wing one time.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I wish we'd just take them off. Is what I wish they'd take them off.
Yeah.
That's what I wish we'd do.
Hey, so we got you out of the welding shop today. How busy are your days this time of year right here?
It's at least a minimum of a 12-hour day. And I've worked every day, Sunday to Sunday since we've been back from Vado, and it was 7 days a week from the last USMTS show until Vado. So not that we want to work that hard, but we really don't got much choice. So we just do what you got to do so you can keep going.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Tanner, my mom taught me a lot of things. And one thing she always still tells me today, no worky.
No Edie.
No Edie. So
yeah.
From that part, so.
When you go race, that's like vacation.
That's what I was telling him yesterday. I'm like, as soon as we get on the road, it's almost like a vacation. You get to sleep a little bit and just kind of relax. So it'd be nice. How
about adding that new member to your team last year? What kind of dynamic was that different for you? I know he was out at most of the races.
It definitely helps.
Yeah.
I enjoy every minute of it. So I don't know. We'll just kind of keep on going, and I think it's a good deal.
Makes the second place interviews a little more manageable too, right? Nobody wants to be that second place guy. Tell you, this guy's not a stellar second place interview. So we get him a few more of those ones. But the one where he was so happy last year, that 20,000 to win race at Lakeside on a one night race, man. You lit him up right there on the front stretch. That was a big deal for you.
Yeah, I was pretty excited about that. It was a rough year up until that point, and I felt like just giving up at sometimes. But thank God I got everybody behind me. They kind of keep pushing me, and when you do get some big victory like that, it's definitely rewarding and feels good to kind of get up there on the podium for a while. So.
He's pumped that night.
Oh, yeah. I wish I could have been here, but I was watching on Racing Dirt, of course, when it was going down. But, Tanner, this year, there's some nights you get frustrated and everything else like that, too, because I've been in that same boat. But you just got to keep your head down and keep digging and keep going. And There's a couple times I've gotten in that hall getting ready to go home thinking, what the hell am I doing this for?
Right.
When you had a bad night, but you just got to be excited about what's going on and keep digging and keep going. So when's the next race? When's the next race you got going?
March 3rd to the 5th, I believe, at Rocket.
Rocket is where?
Petty, Texas.
Oh, down in Texas. Okay.
Yeah, close to Paris, Texas. You don't even have to have a passport to get there, though.
I don't.
Craziest thing.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of change in the USMTS schedule this year. More of it's kind of a deal where you're just going to one racetrack for 3 races kind of deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, so speak to that just a little bit about, last year about May, everything went stupid crazy. And I think that was kind of the time Todd was talking to all you guys about, hey, what do you guys want to see? And, at least talking from his standpoint, he said the overwhelming majority of people wanted the ability to stay at the same place for multiple days. How's that factor into your program?
It'll be a lot better for us. I'm the only one that drives the truck, so you lose quite a bit of sleep, driving back and forth, 2 or 3 hours between every track. But I think it'll be a lot better, way more efficient, just fuel-wise and
Fuel-wise
sleep.
too, yeah.
I think there's only one weekend there that early August race. We're going to race at I-70 and Lakeside and Wheatland. Couldn't quite get a 3-day deal put together there, which those are some great tracks for 1 days and manageable travel there. But the schedule as far as dates doesn't look too deep. Todd and I were talking about this the other day, but you look and there's more races scheduled this year than last year, which just most of them are 3 days at
So
at
there's
every
more
place.
races.
Yeah, more races.
More
on the
races.
It just
schedule.
doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it.
Kind of put together.
I'm telling you, it's going to keep morale in the pits and everybody. It's on the operations side of things. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I did say I want to run 1 year like the old schedule.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. But
I do not.
No, you-
do not put me in that category. I do not want 90 races. Oh my goodness.
And that was back in the day when, before they had quick changes in them. So, you were in there changing your 9-inch gear every night,
Can you imagine what guys like Kelly Schrock went through to win all those champions? I mean, can you?
Man.
no, it'd be a ton of work.
Oh my gosh.
We only think we work a lot now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're talking about work, that nostalgia car over there, that dragster, sitting on top of a rear end. How'd you like to do that? Those guys had some, back in the day, to
Yeah.
sit on top of those cars and go like that.
Less the rim blew up than they did it.
Yeah.
I'd love, if I want to ride in that, I would just pass it. I would just pass my ride off and let Tanner drive it.
Oh, look at
I
that,
would
Tanner.
just-
We
Anyway,
could
we're
probably
gonna-
both squeeze in there.
No.
I don't think you could.
I just pass it off. Let him give it a shot.
Anyway, we did a test run last night with not starting it or anything like that, but Lisa is going to set in the car outside when we fire it. So we put her in the car last night to make sure I would get in and out of it. And it is a chore to get out of there, and we had to pick her out of the car. She couldn't get out. I mean, I'm like, I don't think I could get out either. Someone had to pick me out of that car to get me out.
I
of
don't
that
think I could fit in it.
Hey, isn't it crazy how much Lisa does for these events and things around here? I mean, this place is so much more than a place that sells and services cars, man. It's incredible.
She's wide open.
Yeah.
Every day you come out here, she seems wide open. So
Yeah, and that she is just, and she loves racing. That's the other part of this thing too. And that's what, I mean, when I first came to her and said I want to start this race business, and she'll tell you that she said, I just did it, Phil, because I thought it was something good for you because of your racing and want to support you and stuff. And now we turned this thing into and stuff too, and it's huge when we went with it. Nick.
Yeah, man, it's just crazy. When I started here, we had some Hoosier tires upstairs, and we had a few AN fittings and a few sleeves of tear off hanging on the wall. And now what we've grown it into is just incredible to think that we've done it over a 5-year period, and what it's done in 5 years. But yeah, with Lisa, she loves racing. She loves everything about it. And she puts everything right back into this business and gives us the opportunity to do these great things and have this racing business and our Hoosier Tire distributorship and everything else like that. So it's pretty awesome opportunity.
What's equally impressive too is it's not just here, right? Like that's the parts room is the racing room, right? Day to day, but you have all the transit vans and the track support and deliveries locally throughout the days and staffing, right? Too. I mean, you couldn't start with the big staff that you got now. How'd you manage to grow that thing over the years?
That's been a challenge. Let me tell you, it's been one person at a time, and getting the warehouse. I mean, it was crazy how much we were stacked in the initial parts room, and I never thought we'd fill that when I came here 15 years ago. How much room that's in that parts room, but it's full. The warehouse. I walked in the other day going, "Dang, man, we're gonna have to add on." And of course, as we built that building, we made it to where the front of that building could get tore off. We just go right on forward with it and bring it out. So, yeah, warehouse getting pretty full.
Yeah, it is. We do have a little bit of room to grow in there. We could be, we're going to do some things to make it a little bit more efficient here in the near future. But yeah, I mean, I see in 5 years, I mean, it's going to be full. But it's not just Mel Hambelton Racing, and it's not just Hoosier Tire Great Plains. I mean, it's the Mel Hambelton sales department and the service department and the wholesale parts department and Quick Lane, and we just have all these entities, and they're all growing. It's not just one; they're all growing. And they really just kind of feed off of each other and just, use the energy that, the whole organization has so that everything can grow. And it's really, from just being on the inside of it, it's really just amazing to watch. I've never seen anything like it.
No, and then you top it off. We just opened up our new Mel Hambelton Auto Spa, which is our new detail shop. And those guys are here today, too, demoing a lot of the products we're going to be doing over there in that new detail shop. We're going to detail cars, too, of course, but it's going to be ceramic coating and paint protection film and all kinds of stuff. They got some good demos over there to show you what that stuff does for you and all that kind of stuff too. So
Tanner and I are going for a couples massage here in a couple hours. So
okay.
Or just head back.
I don't think it's that kind of spa.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. Well,
dang it.
Yeah, darn it.
We got a massage chair around here somewhere that I guess they can get in together.
We can do that. Yeah. Well, not me.
My man.
Yes. Gonna get in the race car together. Gonna get the massage chair together.
Hey, what about so you got this?
I think I changed the subject on us, Nick.
So this WR1 sim chassis that Chad Wheeler's built. You guys have a great one right here. This thing gets used heavily around this place.
Crazy.
How good are you at that thing?
I suck.
Like real bad?
Uh-huh.
Could you even set fast time with anybody here?
Well, that kid's probably like 8, and I guarantee you outrun me.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
It's amazing what the kids get on those things and go. And I don't know, Tanner. He just rolled it over, so I think you got him beat.
You got a crash
Or at least
job.
even something.
And I'd love to get on that thing too, but God, I'm with you, Tanner. I suck.
I just struggle. There's no feeling, so
Yeah.
I think it's harder.
Yeah.
I haven't raced in a while, but I think it's harder to drive that than it is to drive the real car.
I feel like it.
It just seems like, whatever you feel like what the real car would do in real life, it wants to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, Trenton, what's new with your racing this year? What's anything new and exciting, or what's new on the schedule for you guys? Improvements, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so you just always kind of adapt, right? Year to year, just like you guys do here. You figure out what works and what doesn't, and try to treat people the right way and roll on down the road. So we had about 180 races last year live, and we'll probably be somewhere around that this year. We did a lot of go-kart stuff over the winter. We'd always kind of had a little bit of downtime in the schedule. We really didn't have a lot of that this year. We had a lot of go-kart events in Oklahoma, and they raced.
Shawnee.
Yep.
Shawnee
was one, and then we did some stuff with MRW was another group there, and did one with Terry Maddox as well. So kept people busy through the winter, and it's neat to see the some of it were the outlaw karts with the wings, and there were some flat karts there as well. So that stuff's gonna be wrapping up here soon, and we'll get into the guts of the season, and we're gonna follow Tanner down to Petty, Texas to get started.
Texas, get after it. So Tanner, car ready?
Close.
Close.
Needs a little bit of work. We've been working on the other side of the shop, trying to get everything done and make sure everybody can get going racing the same time we do. So,
hey, did you build onto a building out there or a new building? What you had a bunch of shop work to do earlier.
Yeah, we added on.
Yeah.
We did it ourselves. It was quite the chore, but I probably won't ever do it again. But
we hope you do. So you need more room.
That's the one time I'll be a construction worker. Probably I'm not near smart enough for it or got the time or the patience. So we got it done though. It definitely helped. We can kind of spread our mess out a little bit, get it to both sides of the shop, and it just I don't know. It's pretty exciting for us. Man,
it's really cool to see. Just kind of reiterate from a minute ago, just what you've grown and built from doing it out of necessity, right, dude? I remember there was a point in time that Tanner would struggle to make these USMTS races. He would race locally around the area, and now, I mean, you're a shoe-in for the podium every single night. And you showed that out at Vado too, which was basically like a USMTS race. But man, the level that you compete at is just it's unreal. It's been cool to watch the progression too.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm just kind of along for the ride. These guys and all my other supporters are the ones that make it possible and even give me a chance to do it. But yeah, it's definitely it's been a fun ride. I'm ready for some more.
There it is. A lot to be said for sticking to it,
Oh yeah, I'm kind of with him. I'm, Jake and I are itching to go and everything else too, and ready to go. And it's been seems like a short winter, but it's been a long winter for us.
I don't even feel like we've had an off season. It's just been so busy around here. So
with us, we haven't. I mean, we take on the arena cross that we did and all that kind of stuff, and some of the go kart. We supported some of those go karts too with track support stuff also. But so it's turned in where there is no off season for the racing side of here at Mel Hambelton. We just keep on trucking too. So, hey, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673. We got a great price package, about over $130 for each and every caller. When I ask Tanner a question, want to talk to Trenton, or heck, I guess you want to talk to Ballman about something, you can call him too, I guess. Think anybody's got any questions today?
no, I don't know.
That's all right. We can keep talking about what's happening. And 130 is what I'm excited for, to see if
I
that's.
wish, we kind of have the camera pointed at the screen. It kind of looks like we're in front of a green screen a little bit, but got this big TV behind us. But, really can't see how many people are already here walking around at our open house. I mean,
well, Nick, why don't you just go grab the camera a minute, spin it around, and
I can do that. Here, we'll do that.
Do that while we're get going here and show a little more of what's going on out here and all the.
You have to judge him on his camera control.
Here we go. Oh, he's got it right here. Camera controls
a little
off
too
the
high,
charts.
Nick. There you go. Bring her down a little bit.
There you go. There we go. Taking a look there out the back hallway right there. That 1,000 horsepower Mustang or whatever it is right back down over there.
Yeah.
The simulator, that's television you're looking at right there, tied up to the WR1 sim and a lot of the vendors. Jake's car at Tanner built right there, the 3J you can see on the side too. So boy, things are hopping. Phil, one of the things that was so interesting when I pulled in here yesterday, you speak to this just a little bit, but I was blown away with the inventory, right? Like it's been a challenge the last three years or so for everybody, but man, you got a lot of vehicles right out here on the lot.
Finally, we have some new inventory on the ground. We got about 70. We used to have 800 to 900 on the ground, but we were at zero for quite a while. But we still don't have what we need. We're gaining. Shortage is still a problem. Now we're running into even stuff too. I've got a couple Explorers that were built, still don't have them. They're somewhere, and I don't know if they're stuck on a train or where they're at or whatever. So we're fighting that. But we do have some good selection of F-150s out here, some Edges, a few Explorers, that kind of thing. But we got another year to go.
Yeah,
before we're out of this.
Cool to see it going the right way, though, for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So and we ran into a little bit of that with race supply too. I mean, some of the race parts and stuff like that. Of course, our parts for regular Fords and stuff like that. Then that's been a challenge too. But it's amazing how hard it is to get parts. But what I really appreciate is everybody being understanding. It's not us.
Sure.
We would love to have your car set here. We'd love to have that 800 to 900 new car. We'd love to have everything available for you, but it's not us. And most everybody understands that it's a supply chain thing that we're still ramping back up after COVID and all that kind of stuff too. So it's coming. It'll be here before we know it, but I do think we got a whole nother year to go.
And it just seems like better days, though, right? I mean, even on your side of things, it's got to be a lot better than it had been.
Oh yeah, we like they said, getting like tubing or brackets, tabs, anything you need. Or it was just a pain there for a while, and still some of the stuff is, but at least you can kind of get enough of it to keep going and just keep plugging along. So
on the broadcast side of things, it takes a tremendous amount of equipment.
Yeah.
And man, sometimes that stuff just fails for no reason. And we always tried to have backups, right? Every single thing you need a backup or two of,
just in case,
if we're going to go do this at this level. And we had lead times get crazy on some things this year that we needed. Luckily, we didn't have a primary with no backup that broke. But even trying to scale up and get more equipment, and we wound up buying things used maybe, and you'd have to source those differently, and it was
a challenge.
It was no bed of roses on the broadcast side of things either.
So you back up to speed and everything there pretty much.
Yeah, I think so. It's pretty good. Part of it too. What you hate is some of that stuff's available if you're just willing to buck up and pay the price. And sometimes we just had to.
And that's some of the thing we did run into too, is paying the price of some of these cars and some of the stuff. And and it's crazy how much some things went up.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we're starting to see the used car inventory starting to slow down a little bit, come back down a little more level where it needs to be and that sort of stuff too. But it's still crazy. Super Duties. We haven't had a Super Duty in stock for 2 years.
Yeah.
I did pick up a bunch of Super Duties that have service bodies on them. They're sitting out there, but that's just a good partnership we have with Napa Hyde here in town. They just call us and say, hey, we got 13 trucks. And how many you want? Everyone.
All of them.
I'll take 14.
They said, well, we thought we were going to spread them out to a few of our other dealers. I said, no, I'll take them all. So they did. They were gracious and gave it all to us. And so that's nice to have those out here, but not everybody wants a service body either from that parts too. So anyway, 316-462-3673. If you want to call in, we'll gladly take your questions or anything on that part and give you a great price package about over $130. And what else, Nick? We got Jesse from BCC is trying to shoot me with a rubber band. So do you know where we can find a new marketing guy? 'Cause we're probably going to need one here shortly.
They're hard to find.
Oh, there it went.
Gotcha.
There it
He
went.
does.
Gotcha.
He does shoot me with a rubber band, Jesse. Hey, Jesse, you heard my horse and buggy story, right? No, he can't hear me.
He can't hear you.
Trent,
I
you probably-
didn't hear it. So
You
let's
know,
hear it.
you know the horse and buggy story is?
Okay, let's have it.
This farmer, he's driving down the road with his wife and the horse and buggy deal, going along. The
Okay.
horse does a little, something. He says, that's one. Goes along a little bit further. The horse does it again. He goes, that's two. Gets going down a little further. That horse does it a third time. Then the farmer jumps off that horse and carriage, gets his gun out, shoots at a horse.
Yep.
The wife starts screaming and yelling. And the farmer looks at the wife and goes, that's one.
It's time for that old farmer to get
So
him.
Jesse, that's one. Of course, Jesse's had a lot of ones here lately, too.
Time for that old farmer to get him an F-150 and get up to speed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something like that. So I love telling my horse and buggy story.
That's a great story. I had never heard that one.
Yeah. So anyway, let's anything else here real quick, Nick, we've left out here of the show. Everybody needs to get registered up.
Yep,
For
got a
all
lot
the
of great prizes
Lisa's,
to
I
give
see Lisa's
away.
already running around with stuff. So I'm sure she told me she was going to go home last night and sit in on her couch and make all the prizes up and stuff too.
Yeah.
So that'll be exciting from that part.
We got we got a lot of free stuff that anybody can have. If you need a new beer can koozie, we have got more beer can.
Yeah, what are we giving
koozies.
away? Koozies?
We got
That's pop
koozies.
cans, not beer cans. I'm kidding.
Really?
Just kidding.
But we got some. A bunch of our vendors just sent us stuff to hand out. We've got some. Of course, we got stickers from about everybody, but we got some T-shirts and hats and
Lanyards over there.
Lanyards. Yep, we got a bunch of lanyards.
Lunch and dessert's going to be a big time
Lunch
here a
and
little bit
dessert,
later.
Yeah, we got that to give away, and then Lisa's got a whole table full of prizes to give away for people that sign up. So make sure you get out here and get signed up. And
Tanner's signing autographs all day as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he'll be here for
Yeah.
autographs and selfies.
Autographs, okay, good.
And
good,
selfies.
selfies,
Good.
Yep.
Selfies too.
Yep.
Selfies too. So anyway, I know some of the prizes we're giving away. There's going to be a drawing for a couple sets of dirt tires and a set of
Yep.
slicks. There's going to be someone's going to win a wrap for a race car. And Jesse, hope it's the dirt car is what he said.
Yeah, I hope I win.
And so there's a whole list of prizes and stuff we're going to be giving away from that part. So you don't want to miss it. This is a place to be to come out. It looks like it's getting full already. So it's very cool to have
getting
everybody. Oh, and then we talked to
busy.
Casey Joe over there. Do you know all about her stuff, don't you?
Yeah, so Casey Jo Gimbel's here. She's a independent distributor for Advocare. They sell the Spark energy supplements and stuff. So she's over there giving out samples, and she's giving away some prizes and stuff too. So great to have her here.
A racer too.
She is, yeah,
Yeah,
her and her husband.
Yeah.
So
They both race. We raced with her she races out of Dodge City with us, and she's on the video back here on a couple of races we got her on too there. So from that part, so yeah, her and her husband both race. Does her dad still race? Or his dad still races too a little bit, doesn't he?
Troy?
Troy.
I think a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So racing, it's in their blood, just like ours too. So I'm trying to think everything. Aaron Cooper's hot rod here's. I tried to get him to fire that up too, but he wouldn't do it for me.
yeah, I think
That's kind of crazy.
I think
You know,
there's a little bit more goes
I
into
told him
fire.
yesterday
than
they
that.
were pushing those things in. I said, guys, a lot of work. Start that thing up and drive it on in here.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
It's too much work pushing.
It probably broke all that glass down the sales hall.
Yeah, it's probably a bad scene, wasn't it?
So that car's, that's an incredibly aggressive race car. Is
Yeah.
that a is that a rebuild per pass type thing, or how?
So
Wonder how involved is that?
So that is a step down from like top fuel. Okay.
Okay.
So that's called A fuel. So that car doesn't have a blower on it. It runs a mixture, and don't get me lying here, but it runs a mixture of methanol and nitromethane.
Okay.
So that car is like a 460,000 foot deal. But I mean, it's all there, you know. So it's
wicked.
I'm sure it's a wild ride, but they don't on those because they don't. I don't think they, since they don't have the blower and they don't make as much power and they don't use the same quite as percentage of nitromethane. I mean, they don't have to take the engine all the way down after every pass, but they definitely have to take the heads off and they have to do the heads and they have to do the belts and the fuel system. And
you imagine if your heads had to come off the dirt track after every time you pulled off the racetrack?
Yeah, we've had weekends it's been that way, but no, man, that would be
Okay, we got a question that came in, and it comes from Beth Kemp, and she must have tuned in a little bit late. She wants your guys' opinion again, so let's cover it again about the new USMTS schedule and how you guys feel about how that new schedule is going to work out again. Beth, sorry you didn't tune in earlier. It's okay, but guys, tell us again, what did you think of the new schedule?
You go first.
I went first last time.
Okay, no problem. I'll go first this time. I think the schedule's great. We have to set up and tear down all these broadcasts. It's a no-brainer for us to be at one place for 3 days. I really enjoy the schedule. With the added money that's went up, the point fund money and the purse money that went up a few years ago, it really put the series in a unique position where there were some places we just couldn't go anymore, right? Just the markets weren't quite strong enough for it, and there really are absolutely nothing but fantastic facilities and racetracks on the schedule, which has been fun. Great relationships with all those people and promoters and people that really support that brand of racing. So from my standpoint, it's great. It was awesome. It's been it will prove, I think, to be the single biggest best improvement that we've had since we've been streaming races on our end of things. So
okay, there's Trenton's opinion. Tanner?
I ain't gonna be able to beat that one. He said everything I gotta say. But no, just
Tanner likes having 2 days to test before the big money's on the line.
Yeah, get ready for the third day. I don't know. I think it will be a lot better. Everybody ain't gonna be near as wore out, like you said, setting up, tearing down, and everybody there is practically friends. So just kind of gives you a few hours every night. You can kind of just chill out and think about what's going on and even work on your stuff a little bit and get ready for next day.
Takes a special breed when it's 100 degrees day after day after day after day, and tempers and quarter panels wear thin. So hopefully we can keep both those in check.
Yeah. So anyway, and that is the part a little bit that I've been around with Tanner, you're local here or whatever. That is one thing about the USMTS. It's a big family. I'm sure everybody does get along and all that kind of stuff, but you have to. I mean, you're around each other so much and everything throughout the year and stuff too from that part. And it's amazing the help that you get if you need a part or need whatever. Someone's there to help you. If you're in a wreck or whatever, the crews are over there to help you put cars together. And all that kind of stuff too. But anyway, and then Mr. Furman thinks you charge $5. I thought it was $10 for each photo autograph, but you just charging $5 today.
Today's special $5.
$5
you guys had some
Open
deals,
house.
So I figured I had to make a deal too. So
there you go, Furman. It's only $5, buddy.
Is it $5 for the autograph or $5 for the selfie?
Oh,
$750.
I'll do $750 for both.
Yeah, so businessman right over here.
Wheeler dealer.
That's right.
Wheeler dealer. Come on down, $750. Selfie in an autograph. Okay.
Yeah. Do it in Phil's office though; it goes up to 10.
Oh,
You're gonna have to go to 10 if you do it in Phil's office back here.
So what are you with Mississippi Thunder? What are
you asking about there?
Well, we don't go back there, so I was just wondering what
I would like to again sometime. Yeah, we purchased a minority stake in that racetrack, and it's been kind of interesting. We had it in the works for a long time, so it's a great operation, from an operation standpoint. I mean, Stick and I aren't going to be racetrack operators. Like that's not our thing. So we don't need to be making decisions on race day, classes, order, track prep. Like that stuff's not our wheelhouse, nor does it ever need to be. So it was cool to partner with some good people.
Yeah.
So
that's very cool, Trenton. Glad you're expanding yourself and getting yourself in more venues and stuff like that. That's very cool. It's like you said, to get you racetrack prep. I mean, guys complain about that a lot at the track and everything. And I feel sorry for that guy.
Oh man,
I couldn't do it. I'd
Oh,
hate
man.
to do that from that part. That I'd figure out how to get that track just right and everything else too. But I would, if I had to do that, I'd put a lot of pressure on me because I want to make sure I'd have the right track for the guys and stuff too. But man, that's so hard to predict the weather, the temp, the wind, and
First
and all
weekend in May, 50,000 to win World Outlaw late model race. So
yeah,
that's gonna definitely
Don't
jump
put
off
me
the
on that track support.
deep end of the pool on that one. So, but it's an event that they've had and grown up there. So that's kind of the marquee event, and talking about things, maybe bringing an event or two back that have been there in the past. So USMTS will race there again. So
I've only been there, I think, once
really,
or twice. That's about it.
yeah.
So USME hasn't raced there. Or doesn't?
Oh yeah, I raced there last year.
We did race it.
Yep, raced there twice, 2 different weekends. So
And like the few years before, we were rained out every time we tried to go.
battled rain there. Track
Really?
sets just right off the Mississippi River. Water table's high there to start with.
Oh, too.
And inherently where it's at. So it's a cool place. They run the Mod Nationals for years and years. The second week of September. I think that'd be something down the road shortly, not this season, but would like to see that thing come back too. So they first ever big B-Mod race in the country was right there at Fountain City. They paid $20,000 to win. Ryan Gustin and their family-owned B-Mod won $20,000 in a B-Mod race back in 2015.
15.
Yeah, and it's in Wisconsin. It's not in Mississippi. So
No,
don't get confused.
It's in Wisconsin, almost in Minnesota, and not in Mississippi, but on the banks of the Mississippi River.
So that's where the name comes from. Okay.
Yep.
I think if you pulled out the driveway and kept going straight, you'd drive in the river.
You drive right in the river. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need to take a left or right pretty quick after you come out of the race.
So we don't need nobody flying off the track and going in the river.
No, well, so the track's off there just a little bit. But hey, one of the cool things about it too, they've done a lot of facility work there and campgrounds and looking to expand, and the area is really sandy right there too. So that has its own share of challenges too. I'm sure you can speak on the racetrack side of things. That sand is sometimes hard to race with.
Yeah, the best I did was when we had a rain delay.
Yeah.
And they're like, man, it's raining. I'm like, thank God. Like, we need some traction. I cannot get going. But, it's definitely a different place. It's fun going there. And it's just the scenery up there is just beautiful,
People that are hardcore serious about racing, Phil. That's who we're interested in being with. And Bob Tim fits that mold to a T. So, yep, he's incredible.
Well, good. Hey, anyway, and the other thing is USMTS runs out here 27th, 28th, 29th, right? I think is right.
Yeah,
of April.
April.
So the 28th, that Friday, we will have our USMTS open house like we've had. Normally we have that in September, but we're going to have it that Friday, the 28th. And so Todd and I kind of got together how to plan it and everything, being the 3-day, which day to do. We debated on doing it Thursday, debated on doing it Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. We come up with Friday was the best day. The downside of that to me is I want to have all those rigs out here.
Yeah.
So we're not going to get all the rigs out here and stuff, but what I am going to do is we're going to get a couple big vans out of our real side and go out there and pick all the guys up and bring them in.
Awesome.
That's what Todd asked if we could do that. Because everybody's going to show up and have no way to get here.
Right.
The rigs are parked and all that kind of stuff. So we'll get a couple vans and do that again and have Jordan out here cooking for everybody and again have all kinds of prizes and all kind of good stuff. And hopefully we plan a little bit and get some more being Friday that some more people come see the racers in person.
If you're going to do that, how much for Jake to come pick me up in his GT350 though? I mean, would that be?
I'm sure he'd be
we
thrilled
arrange
just
that?
to roll out there, pick you up.
Okay.
Would not be a problem.
Sorry, you'll be in the van.
That's all right.
You may be able to fit in the back seat.
Maybe.
It's very tight in that back seat.
Yeah.
Trust me, I won't get back there.
We'll put Trent in the back.
Oh,
No.
lay him in the back.
Yeah.
Go for a real ride.
Ratchet strap me to the roof, man. Why are these bugs all out here?
That's the way he needs to strap you up here so you keep the windshield clean.
Yeah.
There you go.
That'd be
Keep the windshield
That'd be
clean.
my
and that
jam.
stuff too. Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a big time. That's a fun deal. That thing's really grown. That's awesome. But the guys talk about that throughout the course of the year, and man, just grateful for all the support, man. You just branching out there doing more things. It never stops, and it never amazes me what the group is that the focus is for the event. It's always done on the nines.
Yep, exactly. So anyway, I hope everybody's getting registered up over there. A lot of people here already this morning.
Yeah, I keep looking around because every time I turn my head, it's like there's more and more and more people. So we're probably
I can see the
gonna
door
get,
from here, and they're just funneling in. So.
we're probably going to get shuffled out of the way here in a minute if we're not careful. But
Yep. So anyway,
Play your cards right. You might leave here with a Hoosier racing tire.
Probably could. I bet I could go in that parts store and get one if I need to. But someone's going to walk away with about 6 Hoosiers today. 2 drag, 2 dirt, 2 dirt. So we're 6 tires going to be given away. That wrap's going to be given away. Nick, what else we got on the agenda for giveaways? You remember? I know there's a whole list of stuff we put together and stuff too.
But, if you win, if you win the dirt tires and you're a American Racer guy, you can have American Racers too if that's what you need. So,
Tanner, you don't need any Hoosiers, do you?
No,
Just kidding.
I don't think so. I don't know. I run the IMCA car with you guys
you
a
do.
little bit. I was just watching the last video up here was when we were at Hayes last time.
Yeah. Yeah, so that kicks off too, March 31. First and second Hayes 3-day race out there. That's our first actual points race we'll be at for us. Hopefully we can get some practice time in too, Tanner, and see how the old car is again.
Yeah.
And get her dialed back in and getting stuff too. It was fun tearing that thing apart, getting it put back together. We had a good time at PRI with it. And so we'll see how she goes this year.
don't need any practice.
Yes, we need
No,
practice.
you don't need any
Yes,
practice.
We need practice. Right,
Hey,
Tanner? We need practice,
Nah,
right?
I think you're good.
Okay,
I've-
let's go for it.
I've been pumped to watch Jake's progression. Put together a great season last year. I know got big aspirations for this year too. So that's been cool.
Yeah, we took off just to try to win state and kind of got second in the region stuff. So he's got his blood tasted pretty hard to go after it really hard. And I will tell you, he's doing what he can to put it forward. It's going to take a lot of effort to go what he wants to do, but we're going to try it, see what happens.
It's awesome.
Cannot say we're not going to put some effort into it to try. So,
Hey, if you don't have goals or you're going out there racing, you're just burning up tires and wasting money.
That's right.
So better have something to shoot for.
exactly. So I'm trying to think what else we've left off here, Nick. Anything else everybody's talking about? Either going to go
I mean,
here.
just get out here if you're, if you're close, if you're local, even if you got to drive a little bit, get out of here. It's going to be worth. Your time and energy to get out here and check it out. So,
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to cut this thing a little short today just because there's so many things to do here this morning. But everybody needs to get here 9 to 4 for the race open house. We've got everybody's here. Everybody's having fun. There's going to be all kinds of giveaways and drawings. Chandler Dan's will kick off the food at about 10:45, 11 o'clock. From that part, there's all kinds of other foods and stuff that Brandon out of the Mel's Diners put together from that part. But then we need to go mingle with some people with Nick, and we need to go sell some parts.
let's do it.
So
And
you guys
then,
got anything else to cover? Anything else at all?
Oh man, just glad to be here. Awesome.
Yeah,
It ran up against our season opener last year, and I couldn't be here, so
I know.
I was tickled to death when it didn't conflict this year.
Yep, no problem at all. Anyway, Tanner, again, thanks for everything you do for Jake and I. Thanks for everything you do for Mel Hambelton Racing and everything else too. We're gonna do everything we can to help you get that championship this year.
Yeah.
'Cause that would be fun and exciting to go celebrate. And that awards banquet's in Vegas next year. This year.
Yeah, going to Vegas.
How about that?
He probably wouldn't sleep for a couple days there for sure.
It'd be pretty exciting.
That'd be fun. It'd be
So,
fun.
Anyway, Trenton, excited for you and your new endeavors with the racetracks and stuff, and excited which, of course, when I'm not at the races or whatever, and we've got Racing Dirt Blend in our trailer and stuff too, watching Tanner and stuff, because I've never failed. We're racing, he's racing and
Sure.
stuff too. And so we've always got Racing Dirt on the channel and stuff, and if you want to see these races, that's the best place to go is Racing Dirt. And unless you want to travel, do a lot of traveling and stuff too. I guess you can do that too.
I get to travel pretty good in that Super Duty setting out front there, so it's just grateful for all the partnerships and all the help and friendships and all the great staff. Right, like it's not just me. I get to be the one that gets to go mouthpiece for it, but man, we got some great people that love this sport and love this place and what they do. So
come on out here, check everything out. Again, Big Corner Creatives out here showing off all their stuff. We got our Mel Hambelton Auto Spa. The dirt bikes are here. Wichita State's here with their, what do you call that thing again?
Formula SAE.
SAE car. Well, go finagle those guys, see if I can take it for a
said
spin
it was
around
a
the track.
600cc and it was a Honda. That's what they told me.
Yep.
RC car jump. That's the next thing. I wonder if they're out there jumping the cars yet. We had 132 feet. See if we can break that record.
I'm ready to register for that, by the way.
So let's go.
Like,
Let's bring that. Get your RC cars. Come out here. Let's do a little jumping. 1:30. We're going to fire off the nitro car. And have you guys been around a nitro car?
Yeah.
I stood on the start line at Topeka.
Man, that's so
Smells
much
good.
fun.
It'll rattle your guts.
I know that's kind of fun though. Isn't it?
I love it. Everything about it.
And
Never
Casey-
felt anything quite like it. I
Oh,
mean,
no.
it's incredible.
The thumping it things put out. Casey Joe's got all of her Advocare stuff out here. We got our new Arturo tires out here to see that. Aero Automotive is here. Renegade is here. So you got questions about your fuel and stuff. Those guys are here to answer your questions about fuel. Got silver cars on display, and also there's going to be some burnouts in front of the store sometime. I'm not sure when we're going to do that, Nick, but we're going to have to.
Whenever we get an opportunity.
Anyway, what's the guy's name with the green Mustang? He's challenged me up for a
Callie Nate.
He's kind of challenged
From
me up
Street
on a
Outlaws.
burnout.
Tanner, I'd like the keys to the Hot Wheels Mustang at some point. So
We need to go get us a coffee.
yep,
Yeah,
we
coffee.
Go get us a coffee. We'll be back. Quick.
Yeah.
Trenton was quizzing me about where the Dutch brothers
Yeah,
was last night.
That's right. Dutch Brothers plus one extra stop. Don't worry about it. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. Okay.
Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It'll be just fine.
I'll text you my order.
Okay. It'll be perfect. We'll get it. We'll get them for everybody.
But I ain't riding with you.
Oh, that's excellent. That's fine.
I hate riding.
That's fine.
So anyway, all kinds of stuff to do. 9 to 4. Don't miss it. Come out, get registered up for all the great prizes we're giving away too. Great food from Chandler Dan's. Jordan's out here. I know he's out there cooking already. I'm sure he is ready to go. Get on the simulator. Come out and see what you can do on the simulator. All kinds of fun stuff there too. So, gentlemen, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. Let's go sell some parts, Nick.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody. Have a great Saturday. Don't miss it coming out here, especially when to be here at 1:30 to hear that nitro car fire off in front of the store. It's going to be fun for that part too. Anyway, guys, thanks again for hanging out with us, and we'll talk to everybody next Saturday.
Awesome. Thanks.